Hello and welcome to today's Prick card reading. Today's topic is the major shifts that are coming in your life. For that, you've got two piles, pile number one and pile number two. Now let's get started. Hi, pile one. If you're attracted to the first pile, then here comes your reading. Today's topic is what's the major shift that is coming into your life? I can see that for quite a few times, like either for last 3 to 5 months or 3 to 5 years, you guys have been through a lot of financial struggle. Literally, this couple, they don't have much to wear to cover themselves in the midst of this winter. All they have is just this one comforter, and that's all they have. They just have one quilt, and that's all they have. So they didn't have much to cover themselves. So you have been through some acute financial struggle, something. I mean, you were like, you almost felt locked in a situation where your contribution was less little. I mean, you were not the reason why you got stuck in this financial situation, but at last, you gained courage and conviction and started walking away. Maybe a toxic boss who was not willing to give you the raise, maybe a bad divorce situation, or could be something where your maybe your partner or someone else just snatched away your money. They just plundered you in a way, robbed you of your money. So I can see that you guys at last gained courage and walked away from the toxic situation, from the disappointment which no longer was serving you. And you have started on a new journey. You have started marching. See, he or she is marching away from the disappointment and towards their goals. This is the prized possession, and they are marching towards their goal now. I can see that you guys have changed your location, your career. I mean, you have completely started afresh. Here, you do not almost, you have lost touch, you have cut all the ties with most of the people of your past, especially who were related to your career or who were responsible for you going through all the like financially nasty situation. So you are absolutely, this shows, but you know what, there could another be this situation that in this new career, this new job, new work that you have now started, you need to move a lot, you need to make a lot of journeys, especially the shorter journeys. And you have started now seeing, I can see the wheels of fortune at last turning in your favor, from here to here, from being this in this shabby sad situation. Slowly your life is regaining the color and power that you always deserved. So from here to this is a big journey. It's been a blessing. It only started when you walked away from the disappointments and started saying yes to your own self. You know, as they say, when you start saying no to the unnecessary demands of others, you start saying yes to your own necessities. And at times, we need to learn to be selfish. Instead of serving all the other people in our lives, we need to start serving our own selves. I can see you have gained a lot of wisdom naturally and turning yourself into a healer. Maybe you are now somebody whom people tend to look up to, come for their own suggestions, or maybe you now counsel people, which could also be the new profession that you're pursuing and is finding a lot of success. But before that, with the amount of financial hardships that you have seen, a lot of adversities that you have like survived and fought through, it has given you immense amount of courage, which also, I mean, see this lady, she can literally tame a bear. She's sitting on a bear as if it's her own personal teddy bear. I mean, this kind of conviction and courage your life has forced you to acquire because of the unforeseen turn of events that has happened in your life. And this is something what I can see is you are gaining a lot of money, prosperity, abundance, but also a lot of social respect, a lot of social admiration. A lot of people tend to respect you, look up to you, turn to you for your suggestions, because now you are being considered as somebody who is very wise, who is successful. At the same time, you're very down to earth, very approachable. So now let's see what's your message from the Moonology deck. A fiery climax approaches. Yes, now that you have set yourself on a new journey, now a fiery climax is approaching. What do you need to release? Waning moon. This is something you need to realize that, in order to move ahead, in order to be able to move forward in life, we all need to release certain things. We all need to release a lot of toxic people from our lives. We all need to purge a lot of toxicity and addictions that we ourselves tend to have, in order to be able to become, and step out of the, yes, step out of the comfort zone. Maybe you yourself, because probably you are really dejected, depressed, so you yourself had a lot of, addictions, maybe smoking, drinking, unhealthy junk food, whatever it might be. But now you have decided to step out of the comfort zone, and I can see the shift that is happening is you turning into this high priestess, somebody people tend to look up to, admire, and this king of pentacles, like a lot of abundance. The world is, the world has changed for you. The wheel of fortune has turned in your favor. The wheels of destiny has now is slowly turning in your favor. All you need to do is to say no to toxic things, toxic disappointing things, and say yes to yourself. And yes, believe in the impossible. The blue moon, yes, I can see that you are at the maximum, at the height of your manifesting abilities. Now you can manifest a lot of things, whatever you want in your life. You can easily manifest. The spirit is telling me that, you know what, if this person wishes to manifest something, I mean, it would just be like this, and they will be able to manifest. Now that they've like stepped out of their own comfort zone, they have walked away from the toxic situation which were just forcing them to dim their own lights. Now they're, this full moon, sorry, this blue moon, which is like impossible, is something which can define it only. So now you can manifest something which most people would consider like impossible. So you're basically, your major shift is something of the king of wheels position, a lot of abundance and prosperity. With that, it comes with a lot of responsibility, because people almost look up to you, admire you. So you are also supposed, the spirit is telling you, with that financial blessing, abundance, you also have now the responsibility of passing the baton on. Work as a counselor for those who are in need, rescue them, and show them the right path. So I hope, pile one, you have had some clarity over your situation. If yes, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Namaste. Hey guys, whoever chose pile number 2, here comes your reading, your spread. And today's topic was major shifts coming into your life. I can see in the last few months, maybe the last 1.5 year, you were working on some project or something, in building something. It could be a project, it could be an app, it could be anything, but you have put in a lot of effort in that, and that effort is now bringing a lot of, is coming into fruition. I can see the effect of perseverance and balancing, patience, perseverance, and balancing, hard work. The hard work is gaining, is giving the fruits. It's, you are now going to, the shift is, you have led a very disciplined, almost getting up by 4, going to bed by 12, and walking all day, maybe forgetting to eat, that kind of a specific schedule, very hectic, not just specific, a very hectic schedule is what that you guys have maintained in the last 1 year. And what you're getting is the fruit of your labor. The fruits, I can see, almost it shows that, the spirits have said, God has said that, you know what, I mean, as like with the amount of hard work that you guys have put in, you guys are the magicians of your destiny. Now, almost God is telling you now that you can just ask for whatever you want, and your wishes will be granted. And I can see you have put in a lot of hard work, and now you have almost turned yourself into a magician who can manifest anything that they want, and you are actually getting into that zone. This Queen of Cups is somebody who has a very high stature, which is self acquired, by the way, but she is very kind and compassionate. So the spirits are telling you, you know what, we are granting you your wishes, but you need to do one thing. Probably you should share your riches with others. You shouldn't be the miserly person, you shouldn't be that condescending, very arrogant person. Instead, you should be the more generous person who is self made, yes, and is very giving and loving in nature. I can see a lot of celebrations. Now probably in the last 1.5 years, you have barely celebrated anything, any festival. But the major shift that is coming is your life is going to give you a lot of opportunities, a lot of options for celebrating. Your there'll be like celebration after celebration. There could be a major marriage or something coming up, or it's just the festivities. Probably you missed out on a lot of celebrations in the last 1.5 year. Now you are getting to celebrate all of those and a lot more. Maybe a lot of parties coming up, a lot of success parties coming up. Maybe you're launching a product and that is becoming an instant hit, and it's just the success is just multiplying. I can see, because you know what, if you're working on social media, if you're working like anywhere, you're getting a lot of prominence. See, star, you're going to be put on a pedestal. A lot of, lot of admiration and acknowledgement is literally coming your way. I can see, this person is so visible, bright, resplendent in your own glory. Literally, that's the term for it. Resplendent in your own glory. You do not need anybody's favor or anything to define yourself. You are sufficient to define your own self. You are that person who is shining like a star today. you know I can see the major shift that is happening is also another thing. I can see maybe the celebrations that I was talking about. Maybe somebody will be offering their cups to you, somebody will be proposing marriage or a long term proposal to you, and I can see that you guys shifting in together or getting married, a happy family vibe with pets and their own castle, a lot of abundance, prosperity, and a family, like a balance in both cases, a career and a family, both happening to you. That's the major shift. Probably you have been betrayed in the past. You have a lot of admirer, but at the same time a lot of haters. So now at last you have found that that almost like nobody is perfect, but that correct person whom you feel like, what, this is the person with whom I'd like to spend the rest of my life. But there is one thing that the spirit is warning you beforehand, that you are going to, this like a suddenly, like a volcano, you are going to, like that star, you're going to rise out of nowhere, like nobody expected you. I mean, almost in last 1 to 2 years you have turned yourself into a seclude. And when we tend to become very unsocial in today's day and age, people tend to literally write us off. So now that you are shining brightly, a lot of your so called friends, a lot of your friends would also start being envious of you, sadly, and a lot of haters would come out of nowhere. I mean, you would have never imagined that that person of all the people could come and hate you or could conspire you against you, could be gossiping behind your back. But I mean, I can see a lot of hatred coming your way. I mean, that's the shadow part, that's the warning the spirit wants to give you. That you know what? Even if you are this Queen of Cups, this giving, kind, self-made, people will probably make a lot of stories about you. So just learn to ignore, but do one thing: these people can be very malicious. They will try to snatch away your power, your wealth, your abundance. So what you do instead is you learn to protect your own prosperity, you learn to protect your own abundance. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You learn to protect yourself in general. From the monology deck, the spirit is telling you, have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon, have faith in your dreams. Yes. I mean, probably now you are going through that hard work, get up at 4:30, work till 12, 11 at night, no social life, no friend circle, no connection, and you're probably like, you're behaving almost like a nutcase. People around you have given up on you. I mean, you are in this stage. You are in this stage. You're walking, being patient and persevering and working hard. You're making this dance now. And bam, suddenly this is going to happen. So, what the spirit is telling you, just have faith in your dreams. Clearly, a new moon is coming, a new start is about to come. This whole circle is going to get full, and you're gonna be shining bright, not just like a moon, like a star, just resplendent in your own glory. you know, you're going to start a new cycle. You're basically starting a new cycle, and it's gonna start in absolutely in an abrupt manner, suddenly, and people will be awestruck. Some haters will come out of nowhere, and some people whom you thought were your friends will start behaving in weird manner. Those people who barely paid attention to you earlier are gonna sit up and take notice. Show the world the real you. Absolutely, this is the message. The major shift is you're gonna suddenly, the thing that you're working on is going to become like, is to boom, and you're going to become the star, the center of attention. A lot of celebration happening, but a lot of malicious energies are also out there. So when you're showing the world the real you with the new start that is coming ahead, be very well aware of all the negative, devilish energy that could be lurking around the corner, and learn to protect yourself from those as well. So, Pile 2, I hope you have had some clarity over your situation. If yes, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Namaste.